Hello, I'm Rachel, and I've written a book called 60 Postcards, and the postcard story is basically in memory of my mum, who passed away 2 years ago. And she died very suddenly of bowel cancer, and I wasn't dealing with it very well, and I wasn't sure how to make myself feel any better. So I went off to Paris with a group of friends, and I decided to scatter 60 postcards in her memory, one for every year of her life, and then amazingly, I put my email address on the bottom and people actually found them and got back to me. So the book is talking about what happened with Mum, how I dealt with it or didn't deal with it, and then it talks about the postcards and the responses and where I am now, really. Paris, I chose Paris because the last gift that my mum gave me before she passed away were Eurostar vouchers. I've always had like a weird love affair with the city, even though I'd never been, and she knew how desperate I was to go. I really wanted to take her there when she became unwell, but obviously I wasn't able to take her, so I thought I would go in her honour instead. Postcards because, well, it took me a while to get to that because I just wanted to leave a message around the city for her. So I thought about post-its and, pieces of paper and printouts and things, and I thought, well, I think because it was a city and you usually send home postcards from there, I thought I'd reverse the protocol of the postcard and actually use it to leave handwritten notes. And I thought handwritten particularly because it's a personal message, so people are more likely to pick it up and have a read. So I wrote the same message in every one, actually, and I basically just introduced myself, said I was Rachel from London. I said I was there with a group of friends to celebrate what would have been my mum's 60th birthday. And then I popped my email address on the bottom and said, if you find one, feel free to get in touch and let me know what you were doing when you found it. No, I had no idea. I was so nervous, and I knew I was putting a lot of pressure on myself because I was obviously so excited to hear from anyone. But I thought if I get one, it would be amazing. So when I got more than one, it blew me away, really. I initially was very excited. I was on the overground. It was 3 days after I'd been to Paris, and I was with my housemate, and we were on the overground, and I think we alarmed quite a few passengers because we screamed quite loudly. It was just an amazing feeling. I couldn't believe that someone had actually kind of got in touch. But then, if I'm honest, it wasn't long after that I, felt sad that I couldn't obviously contact Mum to tell her what had happened because it was just all so amazing, and it was all for her. But mainly exciting. Okay, Stephanie is one of my postcard finders, probably the most powerful for me because it related so much to me and Mum and our bond, because Mum passed down a love of dance. So when I heard from Stephanie, who was a ballet dancer from New York, I was quite excited. And she took the postcard back with her. So yeah, amazing. Hello Rachel, my name is Stephanie. I found your postcard at Shakespeare & Co in Paris last week. I was there visiting a friend who is currently performing in West Side Story at the Theatre du Châtelet. I just got back home to New York City where I'm a ballet dancer. Your postcard was sitting right in front of a Western photo book at the bookstore, and I was interested in what it said. I decided to bring it back with me to the Big Apple and put it somewhere here if you don't mind. You said you were from London on the card. I lived there for 6 months dancing with Ballet Black, a dance company that is part of the Royal Opera House too. If you have the opportunity, you should see their season in the spring. I wish you all the best and hope to hear back from you, Stephanie.